lots of good news. So tonight's session is entitled Angels and Demons. And this is a very interesting idea that we experience here on Earth. The idea of duality and polarity and all of the things that go along with that. And Bashar is going to help us understand the nature of these ideas, in addition to the concept of the trinity, which is something that he brings in very strongly, the stable trinity energy. And the idea of looking at the negative and the positive from the viewpoint that all that is sees it from. Because by doing that, it will allow you to be able to have a more positive experience here on Earth, and it'll help you understand how to neutralize any negative experiences that you have around the idea of polarity and duality. So this should be a wonderful experience for all of us to help us awaken and expand into a more fuller experience of what it truly means to be a happy physical being. We really appreciate that you all support us. We have a number of people, I think we figured it out. We work like 600 hours a week to bring you Bashar every week. We put in that kind of work. So we really appreciate it when you support our work by purchasing CDs, DVDs, and the like, and coming to events. In December, we have 3 upcoming events happening all in one weekend. It's December 5th, 6th, and 7th. And I think this session is really going to be amazing. You know, he just keeps coming forward with more and more powerful tools as we integrate the information more deeply. On Friday night, the title of the session is, Are You Having a Near-Life Experience? And in that session, he's going to introduce a new 7-part master permission slip that you can use to help navigate physical reality and have a fuller life experience, which of course is what Bashar is all about, having a more expanded, happy experience on planet Earth. The second night, on Saturday night, it's called The Black Box. And in that session, Bashar will be getting into the tricks and the tools that your negative belief systems use to confuse you, to keep you from expanding, to keep you the way that you are, to keep you unhappy, because that's their job. If you're a negative belief system, your job is to keep the person unhappy and stuck. And so you know your negative belief systems are doing a really good job if that's happening to you. So he'll be showing you tools for neutralizing these states and then shifting into the positive states. And then finally, on Sunday, the session is entitled 2015 to 2016, The Years of Expansion and Contraction. And, you know, when I was filming Bashar, announcing those titles, sharing those titles, my cats started going crazy, and they were like running all over the apartment, and then they knocked over the recording instrument, and he said, that's a little bit of what you can expect in 2015 and 2016. Ooh. So the idea there is he's going to share with you ways to navigate and chart a positive course through perhaps some very changing times on planet Earth. And I'm sure that all of the things he's sharing with us are going to come to bear during that time, because as he said about the fall of 2016, everything will change. So we don't know what that means exactly, but we're very grateful to have some guidance about how to chart a positive course through the things that will be happening in that 2-year period. So I think that's everything. And what we'd like to do now is to show you a video that explains a little bit about the contact crystal, something that was introduced and Kirby Seed was the one that, in the back. Hillary has one. She's holding them up. And it's really all about a kind of vote for contact. It's a permission slip unto itself.
Again, the idea is that as a child on my world, I was shown the idea of a central hexagonal crystal that existed within a giant, large artistic exhibit created by another contact specialist. The central crystal in that particular work is about, in terms of your size, about 3 feet across. The idea is that it is about the same color green, and around it are other crystals, each crystal added to the central crystal, which represents the first contact of our civilization with another, represents all the other contacts of all the other civilizations we have come into contact with, and constantly grows as more and more civilizations join the interstellar alliance, as you call it. But the idea is that that central crystal is the seed crystal that carries the vibration of contact itself and is representative of my family lineage along with other family lineages that are also steeped into the idea of being contact specialists.
Bashar has been in some sessions explaining more about his own life, his own experiences on his planet. One of the things that Bashar already described in one of these stories is that when he was very young, he was shown on their planet a large piece of artwork that contains many different kinds of crystals, and each crystal represents one of the civilizations that's part of their association of worlds. Now, the central crystal he described is a hexagon that is dark green in color. It's larger than this, but this is basically a replica of that crystal as he described it to us. There is a symbol inscribed on the crystal, which is a triangular symbol that has a spiral in the middle of it. This symbol, Bashar described, is actually his family crest. It represents his family's lineage as contact specialists. So Bashar suggested that if we made replicas, even if they're smaller, of this central crystal, what he did then is he did a special meditation that actually comes with every crystal on a DVD that's for the purpose of charging the crystal with the specific frequency of contact. So when you have one of these and you use the meditation, it is actually charged with the particular frequency that represents his civilization and the particular frequency that represents their initial contact with us. Okay. So Bashar has basically said that, charging one of these with your own energy and the energy that's in the meditation that he gave is kind of like casting your vote specifically for contact. So if you're interested in acquiring one of these, by all means, please ask the people at the back table to give you the information. It comes in this lovely box along, like I said, with the DVD. And so please check out the information at the back table.
And one last question. Why is the contact quartz crystal green?
It is specific to the vibration of the heart chakra, because contact is from heart to heart.
Ah, okay.
Though the minds may be different, though the body forms may be different, it is through the heart that we recognize our spirits are one. This is what is actually said before the crystals on our planet. Though minds may be different, though body forms may be different, it is through the heart that we recognize our spirits are one. This, in a sense, you might say, is a saying that is germane to first contact specialists on my planet.
So just mentioning about the contact crystal, it's a permission slip. It's a tool, it's a vibration, it's something you can tune into if you enjoy the Essassani vibration and the whole idea of understanding who we are and where we are in the universe. This is an opportunity to tune into that and have a symbol that your consciousness can relate to. The next video is for our Dolphin workshop that's coming up in February. We're doing 2 weeks in February. The first workshop is February 1st to the 5th. And the second one, let me get those dates right, is the 15th to the 21st. If it's your first time attending, then we make available to you the meditation series that's called Cetacean Transformation 1. And if you've already come to the workshop before and you'd like to experience Cetacean Celebration, which is the second series that Bashar created, then that's also available. So let's show you just a few minutes of what it's like to be with the dolphins in Hawaii in an Essassani bubble, separate from all the things that you're so used to being around and entering a world that's quite different and very fluid and beautiful.
All you will ever discover in the deepest, darkest, most fearsome abyss. You will discover nothing but more and more and more of yourself.
Dive deep down inside to the ocean of our lives. Dive deep down inside your minds, the adventure of our lives, of our lives, of our
Come into harmony, in resonance with one another, and into harmony and resonance with the consciousness of your brothers and sisters in the sea, with whom you are now one.
dive deep down inside our
just melt into the energy of the deep blue sea.
So we do 2 workshops in February because the humpback whales will be in February, and so we'll have whales and dolphins, and we spend every day out swimming with them for anywhere from 3 to 4 hours. And one day we go out into the deep and we look for bigger cetaceans to swim with. And all of this is part of a guided meditation series that Bashar pre-recorded that allows you to go on what could be likened to a hero's journey to shift your consciousness into something much more flexible and expanded and ecstatic. So we hope that you can join us. Okay, so Daryl, it's time for us to have our channeling. And so it's my great pleasure to welcome Daryl Enka. You ready?
Yep.
Okay. So again, I would just like to thank both Daryl and Bashar for opening up this doorway for us and showing us the positive, the negative, and the blending that helps us all expand into a fuller experience of who we are. Thank you, Daryl and Bashar.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for coming today. We really appreciate it. And happy that you're here to watch me take a nap and talk in my sleep. Without further ado, good night. And I'll see you later. Have fun.
Hello.
And to you, good day.
I would like to first thank you for coming and choosing to help humanity at this time.
It is a reflection of my passion, and we always act on what excites us the most. How could we speak to you about doing such things if we were not an example of such things?
Yes.
So we thank you for allowing us the opportunity to do so.
Thank you. My question is, I find it really challenging to discern which is which from...
Positive to negative?
Yes.
Well, as we said, the idea of positive is that which is integrative, expansive, connective,
Yes.
indicative of your excitement, your passion, your creativity, the idea of the vibration of love.
Yes.
And the idea of negative energy is that which seems disconnective, segregative, suppressive, fear-based, makes you feel powerless.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Not so hard to tell the difference, is it?
No.
All right.
But sometimes, like, I get so confused by what's my circumstance or in my face.
That's why we remind you that it's not the circumstances that matter as much as the state of being you prefer to be.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Every circumstance is fundamentally neutral. It doesn't have built-in meaning. That's what we mean by that. Yes?
Yes.
If you remind yourself to become neutral in every circumstance and remind yourself that no circumstance has built-in meaning, regardless of how it may have been initially generated, that may be what's confusing you. Just because you may be able to neutrally observe that a circumstance may have been brought about by a negative intention doesn't mean that the circumstance itself actually has the negative effect in your life. It's still neutral for you, even if it was the result of negative intentions on the part of someone else. You still get to say what it means to you. So no matter how it was generated, you still know it's a neutral circumstance for you. It's just a set of props, and you get to decide that it's positive. And when you decide that, then it doesn't matter how it was generated. It doesn't matter what anyone else's intention may be in the circumstance. You will only experience what is in alignment with the positive meaning you have put into it for you. That's how it works. Again, it's just like a physical mirror. The mirror doesn't have an opinion of whether you are frowning or smiling. But if you decide to frown, that's the only reflection you can get from it. If you decide to smile, that's the only reflection you can get from it. It will not countermand you. It cannot contradict you. It doesn't have an opinion. Make sense?
Makes total sense.
So, even though you may initially see that someone standing next to you is frowning, and you see their reflection in the mirror, and their reflection is frowning, that has absolutely nothing at all to do with the expression on the face of your reflection, does it?
No, it does not.
So you can decide that you will smile. They may get a little annoyed that you're smiling while they're frowning, but that's all right because that simply reveals their issue, not yours.
Yes.
They may resent, as is quite common on your planet, something that you're radiating that they believe they are incapable of experiencing for themselves. And because they see an example in you of something they are afraid they can't do, they will project that fear on you as a resentment. Do you understand?
Yes.
But the more you smile, the less they will be able to resist to smile themselves. They will see the joke, the cosmic joke, in the idea of their negativity, and eventually, maybe not right away, but eventually they'll get the joke. Not that they have to. You understand?
Yes.
But at least if you stay in the positive state, you're functioning as an example for them in their lives that at least they have this as a choice, even if they don't choose it.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Otherwise, if you just stay in a state of negativity and confusion, then all you're doing is adding to their frown. Yes?
Yes.
Does this help?
That's help.
So, what this comes down to for you, in order not to experience confusion in the negative sense, of course, is clarity of definition, how you define things. Even the word you're using, confusion, can be positively defined as co-fusion. You're looking at what may appear to be contradictory ideas and attempting to fuse them together, co-fuse them. At first, because of definitions that you may be holding on to, it may seem impossible to fuse them together, to see how they are connected. But when you clear up your own definitions, they will co-fuse and there will be no confusion from that point.
Thank you.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Does this help you?
Yes.
Is this sufficient, or is there some other thing you would like to discuss about this for further clarity?
I'm good. Thank you.
Oh, all right.
I love you.